weather of the day, depending on the food that we're having, depending on the mood, depending on the frenzy of it. But usually for aged awamori or kusu, right, ujo, right, for Japanese sake they call it koshu, but kusu in local Okinawan dialect or Ryukyu language refers to aged distillate or aged awamori. So for aged awamori, usually they would sip it, all right, so they have interesting receptacles or carafes called karakara, or really small in size, all right, and usually they have two tiny marbles or rocks in it, right, so when the carafe is being emptied, as they shake it, then they know that the carafe is dry and they have to top it up with more awamori. And usually the traditional cups that they use to taste awamori, especially for kusu, are quite similar to the size of the plastic cups that are in front of you, even slightly smaller, thimble size. They are called chibugua, right? Very, very small, and usually they would taste. And one of the interesting aspects of how local Okinawans will judge whether the kusu is of superior quality is the aroma that lingers on this tiny thimble size cups. All right. After 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, if they pick up that chibugua and they could still smell the intense aromatics of kusu, then it is an excellent aged awamori. If the aroma dissipates very quickly within a couple of seconds or less than a minute, then perhaps it's a more simple or more forward or younger age kusu in general. So this is quite similar or close to the size and the shape of the receptacles that are being used to taste awamori. Right? So these plastic cups might look a bit simple, all right, but why didn't we serve kusu in like ISO glasses or champagne or whiskey rock glasses, etc., where we're trying to get the size or shape that is close to the traditional chibugua shaped receptacles that are being used for tasting awamori. Any thoughts and comments of the umino kuni? Right, you can also compare side by side the umino kuni 10 and the zampa 12. Right, so one which is from a single distillery and the other from 47 distilleries of Okinawa put together. Any distinction between the 12 and the 10 of the umino kuni? Do we see a distinction in terms of more concentration for the umino kuni, or is it more subtle and restrained, and the zampa a bit more having a more forward or more defined flavor identity of its own? Any comments in terms of umino kuni and zampa for the 12 and 10? Lighter, which is lighter, perhaps? And for the 24 also. So we're serving some tasting portions, some light bites for your tasting experiment to pair awamori with cuisine. So on the plate that's being served very shortly, so we've prepared a selection of 4 light bites. We have the crispy pork belly, a must-have during the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year. And Angus beef satay, once again, local Southeast Asian cuisine. We have a crispy tofu, tree tofu, and a vegetarian spinach wonton. So all flavorful local dishes. And of course, that's that pairing to see how to discover and to try to see whether the interesting umami-laden aromas of this aged awamori, how they would match or clash, or could they come to amicable agreement in terms of tasting? Yes.
So they like to do the Java.
Yes.
It seems like what normal production, the Java, very